Welcome to the Heal Your Hunger Show, where we get to the heart of why you overeat and how to stop. If you struggle with food and weight like I did, welcome home.
Welcome everybody to the Heal Your Hunger Show. So happy to have you here. It is a great day to be alive. Hey, it's a great year to be alive. So welcome to the new year. I'm so excited for this year. And whenever you're listening, I hope you're excited for the day and the year that you're in. So yes, these podcast episodes have a long shelf life. And you might be just poking around and finding this who knows when. So I hope you make it a great day. Listen, I am so excited about all the new things that coming up in this year. And so I want to start you off on the right foot with getting the support you need to heal your relationship with food, to heal your hunger. Now, you can right now join us in the Secret Sauce group. This is a group where people come who want support to overcome emotional eating, who want support to look beyond diet and exercise as a solution, because it's a deeper problem and a deeper solution. And that's what we talk about at Heal Your Hunger. So if you go on Facebook and you type in the Secret Sauce to End Emotional Eating Now, you can find our group and join us there. I would love for you to join us there. Also, if you haven't yet taken the quiz on our website, healyourhunger.com, go to healyourhunger.com. Right on the homepage is an opportunity for you to learn if you're an emotional eater or a food addict or somewhere in between. And you'll have a chance to get started on the right foot, addressing your particular score and where you sit in the emotional eating spectrum. Some of you are food addicts, some of you are emotional eaters, some of you are both. Get your personalized score and find out. Now, I also want to say that before I launch into a conversation about sugar, because it is a really important topic, there is an opportunity for you to get support in clearing sugar out of your diet. So we do that together in community at the Quit Sugar Challenge. It's 5 days. It's super awesome. I will guide you step by step how to clear sugar out of your diet, how to find tasty replacements so you don't miss the sugar. I mean, I still have a sweet tooth, so I'm all about that. But I'm sugar free. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to give you all my sweet swaps, all the ingredients that I found and products I found that work, that are yummy, but don't have added sugar or hidden sugars, because so much of the time we are eating foods with sugar in it, even when we're trying to be healthy. And to me, that just irks me that manufacturers put sugar in products that are supposed to be healthy, products that, come straight from Whole Foods, but they have hidden sugars because there's over 80 names for sugar out there, and manufacturers know this, and they could put 5 different forms of sugar in one product that isn't even a sweet product, like crackers or pasta sauce or, cereal, things that you think should be pretty benign, and yet they're packed with sugar and they're getting you hooked. So join us for the 5-day Quit Sugar Challenge by going to quitsugarchallenge.com and join us. It's super cheap and it could change your life. Okay, on with the show. Now, I want to talk to you about why I don't eat sugar. Because you might want to know, like, why should I quit sugar? And I'm going to tell you why I quit sugar. Now, I consider myself to have a reprieve from sugar a day at a time. I haven't sworn off of sugar because that seems a little bit of a tall order. And I don't have a crystal ball. I can't say what I'm going to do in the future. But for today, being sugar-free really works for me. And I want to talk to you about why, because it may work for you too. And you may be thinking you can't give it up. Well, the reason for that is it's highly addictive. So this is the first reason why I couldn't stop eating sugar, is because it was so addictive. And this is why I don't eat sugar now, because when I eat sugar, the physical addiction to sugar takes over and I crave it. Okay, I crave it. And again, this is why, being able to spot and sidestep the trap of hidden sugars is so important, because you could be doing everything possible to eat a clean diet, and be sugar-free, and you could be eating sugar unbeknownst to you. And how frustrating is that? So sugar is highly addictive. It's been proven to be just as addictive as cocaine or heroin. And it is definitely a substance that lights up the pleasure center in your brain, just like another addictive substance like alcohol or heroin or cocaine. And when it lights up the reward center in your brain's like all kind of happy, and then it's getting hooked and it wants more. It wants to be rewarded again. It wants that lit up feeling. And because sugar is truly an addictive substance, it will take, just like any other addictive substance, it will take more each time to give you that lit up feeling. So we're talking about a real addiction here, and people don't realize that. They beat on themselves for not being able to quit sugar. They beat on themselves for not having more control. Well, friends, you are eating something that is highly addictive. It is taking over your physiology. It is lighting up your brain. It is giving you a dopamine hit, just like a drug addict with a drug. So let's be clear, sugar feels like a drug in our bodies when we're addicted. Not everybody's addicted, okay? But for me, I was. And when I ate sugar's all I wanted to eat. That's why I don't eat sugar now, because I don't like being addicted. I don't like feeling like I can't control myself. I don't like feeling like I have to have it. One of the things I teach in the Quit Sugar Challenge is about the other names for sugar, because you could be tricked into eating sugar so easily. And I want to tell you a story I had. There was a time when I'd been sugar-free for years. And then this lovely store called Yogurtland came out with a sugar-free ice cream. Well, they called it sugar-free. Well, I was at a point in my life when I was in some pain, so I was looking for a painkiller, and I wandered into Yogurtland one day because it was down the street from my house, and I was walking, and I walked in, and I thought, oh, they have sugar-free ice cream. Maybe I could try that as, instead of yogurt, I could eat frozen yogurt. Such a con, right? I mean, the whole idea of frozen yogurt, it's loaded with sugar. It's loaded with stuff that probably isn't the best for us. So I allowed myself to get conned. I was looking for relief, and that's on me. And so I bought this sugar-free ice cream, vanilla ice cream, and it was so good. I was immediately happy. So I thought, well, but it's sugar-free, so I can eat this, and I'll eat it as I'll put, a certain amount in a cup and call it lunch. And I did that, but what quickly happened is I got hooked, and I became like a crazy person. And I was sticking to 3-meal magic. I was eating my 3 meals, but one of those meals each day was yogurt from Yogurtland, frozen yogurt. I remember being at my bar class one day, and all I could think of was getting to Yogurtland, which was down the street in another part of town. I just couldn't wait to get there. And I ran over there to get my lunch, this big bowl of vanilla ice cream. And I thought to myself, I am a crazy person. Like I feel possessed. Have you ever felt that way when you eat something that totally takes you on a ride of addictive, cravings? That's what I was. I was obsessed. I was possessed, and I craved that substance. And so I went home. I thought there's got to be something physical going on here, because I'm a nut. I'm a total nut. I hate this feeling. I feel completely enslaved to this substance, this product. There's got to be a physical component to this, because I don't feel like myself. And so it wasn't just a matter of softening the edges of what I was going through, emotionally leaning on this food, although I certainly started that way, but there was a physical component. So I go home, I look up their website, and I had to search for the ingredients. They kept it a little hidden, but sure enough, I found the ingredients, and the number one ingredient after milk was maltodextrin. Well, maltodextrin is a common sweetener and filler that's put in products and they call the product sugar-free. So maltodextrin isn't technically a sugar, but it is. The point is, it's another name for sugar, and so they put it in that product because they could get away with it. I got hooked. I was totally hooked, totally craving, totally like physically addicted. And I realized, what a fool. Like I teach this stuff, and I got duped. And so that was it. No more frozen yogurt from Yogurtland for me. And it took, several days for me to just feel, it usually takes about 4 days if I've eaten sugar to clear it out of my system. It doesn't have to be long, the emotional addiction to it was another thing. Like I got physically off of it right away. I stopped eating it. But then there's like, oh, I miss my frozen yogurt. And that, I had to deal with that. And I had tools for that, for detoxing on an emotional level. But the point is, with all I knew, I got addicted because of the hidden sugars. And so that's happening time and time again to the best of us. And I want you to have the facts so you can spot these ingredients. I want you to have the facts on how to, overcome emotional eating for sure. And actually in my Quit Sugar Challenge, I address emotional eating. On day 3, it's called sweet sabotage. Emotionally craving something is a big reason why we sabotage our good intentions when we're trying to eat clean, when we're, following a New Year's resolution to clean up our diet, to lose weight. We can be sucked in by our emotional dependence on food, needing the comfort of food. So I address that, emotional eating, but I address the physical definitely as well. How to clear your cupboards of those hidden sugars, how to be able to spot them in the ingredient list when you go to the store. And then I give you a ton of products that you know right away, because I've done the research already for you. They're safe products and they don't have hidden sugars, but they're still yummy. I love sweet. So I replace foods that have sugar in them with stevia, for instance, monk fruit. And I, in my Quit Sugar Challenge, give you lots of different recipes for sugar-free, yummy foods. And we just use a sweetener like monk fruit or stevia. I think stevia is God's gift to sugar addicts. I'm so grateful. I don't have any negative side effects from it. Not everybody can eat stevia. It might set you off, or you might not like the taste. If you eat sugar sometimes and then you eat a sugar substitute like stevia or monk fruit, you might not like it. But if you go sugar-free, you're really grateful for those sweeteners. So, and they're from plants, and they're not bad for you. But there's other sweeteners as well that have varying degrees of side effects, like sugar alcohols and such. But I get into all that in my Quit Sugar Challenge. I hope you'll join us for that if you're interested. But anyway, so that's a big reason. I'm physically addicted to sugar when I have it in my body. It takes over. If I have enough of it, there might be a sugar in a sauce that I haven't caught or I didn't ask a question about. And usually at this point in my recovery, it's not a big deal. But I am as careful as I can be about asking questions. Is that a sauce that has sugar in it? I don't think I want to go there. Another reason why I don't eat sugar is because sugar has all kinds of effects on your body that are negative. I mean, no good effects, let's be clear. And one of the ones I really want to avoid is sugar gives you wrinkles. Yes, wrinkles, So if you're someone who cares about your skin, you don't want to get baggy. I mean, I'm vain. I don't want to have wrinkles. Sugar will get you there faster. It'll give you wrinkles. So if people tell me I don't look my age. I'm very grateful when they tell me that. I'm happy to hear it more. And I think it's probably true. I look younger than I actually am. I'm in my late 50s, and I think the reason why I'm preserved as well as I am is because I don't drink alcohol and I don't eat sugar. And alcohol is sugar, and both of them break down the elasticity in your skin, right? And so your skin sags. I mean, literally, your face falls. So the more sugar you eat, the less elasticity you have, the less your skin bounces back, replumps, and then you look older. And I just don't want that. So that's another great reason why I don't want to eat sugar, for sure. Of course, there's the reason why I don't eat sugar, which is that I was overweight. I was 50 pounds overweight. That was super painful for me. Oh my God, nothing was more painful than being overweight and having my body, morph in front of me, not being able to fit into my pants after a binge, just feeling so sick. I had like 5 different sizes of pants in my closet because I would go up and down the scale. So, and when you're addicted to sugar and you can't control how much you eat, obviously that's going to affect your weight if you're somebody who's prone to weight gain, which I was ever since I was a kid. I mean, I show pictures when I'm giving presentations of me as like a 12-year-old, and my face is completely round. It looks like a pumpkin. And that's not orange, but it's round like a pumpkin. And so, which is another reason why I don't eat sugar, is sugar inflames my body. It doesn't only make me gain weight really easily and have a hard time losing weight, but it inflamed my body to where I was bloated. The minute I eat sugar or I had a sugar binge, it showed on my face. My face got even rounder. My cheeks got puffy like a chipmunk. That's the kind of effect sugar had on me. It made me bloated and inflamed. Another reason why I don't eat sugar is that inflammation is very unhealthy. I mean, super unhealthy. So it will cause all kinds of health issues. The older you are, the worse inflammation is for your body. I mean, we're talking about autoimmune issues, heart issues, diabetes, metabolic syndrome. It's just not good for your body. Vascularly, it's bad for your body. So you don't want it in your body, and there's so many great substitutes now. You don't need it in your body. You literally can be sugar-free and still enjoy sweet foods. I promise you. Another reason I don't eat sugar is because I really, really couldn't control how much I ate. I was a binge eater, and sugar was my number one binge food, either ice cream or cookies or cake or Cliff Bars. I mean, sugar is what I craved. Of course, I wanted salty with my sweet, so I had to have carbs like chips or Doritos or popcorn with my sweet foods. When I would binge, I'd have both. Gotta have salty with the sweet. But honestly, carbs metabolize as sugar in our bodies. So that was sugar to me too. That's why I felt so sick. If I ate a whole bunch of carbs, I had a carb load. That made me feel just as bad as a sugar load after a binge. So I had trouble controlling how much I ate. And when I ate sugar, I just wanted more sugar. So binging on sugar is a horrific experience. I was a binge eater. Like I said, when I was trying to control myself at Yogurtland, I had controlled amounts of sugar. But when I was hurting emotionally and when I was just throwing caution to the wind, I would have big binges, and feel stuffed and sick and terrible physically and wake up with a hangover the next day, a sugar hangover, carb hangover. It was awful. It felt awful. So the binging, I couldn't control it. If I ate sugar, there was a good chance I was going to go overboard. And I have to tell you that I don't binge anymore, by the grace of God. I don't binge anymore. I don't lose control anymore. And I know part of that, I've done so much healing work. I have healed so much from the inside out. I'm so grateful for the inner journey I've taken. And that's the same journey I guide other women on through Heal Your Hunger. So grateful for the work I've done. A lot of healing work, decades worth. But I will tell you, I'm not immune to sugar taking me for a ride, okay? And when I don't eat sugar, I don't get on that roller coaster ride. I just don't get on that roller coaster ride. I'm not having physical temptation. I'm not having emotional temptation because I've taken that first bite that tempts me and makes me obsess about food and then ultimately go back to it. So it's just easier to be balanced around food when I don't eat sugar. It's just, food is in its proper place. It's just food. It's nourishment. Definitely enjoyable. I like enjoying my meals. My partner and I make great meals together, and I'm so grateful for that. And you should enjoy your food. Don't do the rabbit food diet thing because you'll get sick of it and you'll say, screw this, and you'll go back to eating unhealthy foods, to get satisfied. So make sure your meals are satisfying, but when they have sugar in them, they'll become addictive. And then it goes beyond satisfaction. It gets into that crazy realm of addictive eating, craving, losing control, binging, whatever, your pattern is. But why make life more difficult for yourself? People often say to me, I don't want to feel deprived. Like, I want my sugar because I don't want to feel deprived. Well, you can reframe that, you can reframe it. Like, I don't want to be deprived either. I don't want to be deprived of bloating. I don't want to be deprived of losing control and feeling like a crazy person around food. I don't want to be deprived of a one size of pants that I can depend on fitting on me. Like, when I open the drawer, they're all the same size and I fit in them. I don't want to be deprived of that experience. I don't want to go back to 5 different sizes of pants in my closet. So reframe deprivation. I don't want to be deprived of sanity and a clear mind that's not obsessed with getting the next bite or the next package. I don't want to be deprived of that, and I will tell you, when you take the deeper journey, clear sugar out of your diet, but take the deeper journey where you're not emotionally craving sugar. You're not looking for that escape, and it's a winning formula. And I'm definitely going to walk you through what that looks like and how to start that journey on my upcoming Quit Sugar Challenge. So I hope you'll join us for that. I hope this has been super helpful and maybe helped you see some things about your own patterns with sugar that you might want to change. We can all up-level our diet. You may not be a binge eater. You may not be out of control, but you may want to just feel better. You might want to have more energy, feel more like clear in your mind, have just more sanity in your life and more control in your life. I hope that's true, because you can have that. You can absolutely have that. So anyway, I might see you at the Quit Sugar Challenge coming up right around the corner. QuitSugarChallenge.com. Join us. We'd love to have you. And wherever you are in your journey, wherever you are in the world, I wish you so much love and happiness and prosperity and health and a sense of control around food and just a sense of peace. More than anything, peace. I wish that for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Happy New Year. I'll see you on the next show.
If you enjoyed this podcast and want to get free support, insider health info, exclusive invites to events, and more, visit healyourhunger.com.